Hey Scorpio, and welcome to your March full moon reading for 2023. We have this full moon shortly after the beginning of the month. So I just recently filmed the zodiac readings for the month of March. I would definitely check that out if you haven't checked that out already for a more full picture. So we're going to get into each one of these more individually. I know that it's a little blown out right now and overexposed. It's because there's still a bunch of snow outside and it's just overly exposed in here. So my apologies for that. I will be changing things around in time for the next videos. So Scorpio, let us take a look at what kind of advice you're getting for this opposition-like energy for the full moon to new moon vibes. So interesting. Let's pull another card for that. I'm feeling like there's nope, that one, and feeling this one here. Perfect. Wow, okay, so that's a lot of swords. I didn't even see what I was choosing until we pulled them out, so okay. All right, Scorpio, well, you're no stranger to this kind of energy. Okay. So right out, Scorpio, what I'm gonna say is that I just see like there is a lot of mental energy going on. Definitely like some emotional energy, but I think that there is a need to relinquish control, to let go, and to not be believing in the stories that you're believing currently in your mind. There is a lot of mental kind of spinning that's happening, and I think it's affecting your emotions. Now, let's start over here with the opposition. So the energy that is coming through for this particular month is feeling like there's a friction. There's like definitely, like you can see here, there's like a head-to-head that's happening, right? And so feeling like there is this energy with either yourself and another person, or coming up against that with an area of your life, projects, friends, whatever it is, but just feeling like, you know, one part of you really desires and wants this, and another part of you really desires and wants this. And like when we get deeper into oppositions, we often find that like these two parts can come to the table and be able to negotiate. However, on the surface, it can feel like, oh, there's nothing to, like, there's no compromise. Like, there's nothing. We're just going to go head to head. And so just knowing that there is this compromise that's possible for this particular energy that you're experiencing. Now, you know, I don't know, because it's a collective reading, this could actually be about relationship, right? This could be about some kind of like dating situation, possibly, right? So, you know, apply this how it actually applies. If you want more specific information, get a personal reading. I have 30, 60, and 90-minute readings. So here we have like the first card for your spiritual advice is the Three of Swords. And let me actually start by just saying like, hey, as we're building up to the full moon, what we actually experience is this like build, like pressurized until we get to the full moon. And then in the full moon energy, we have like this pregnant, full of possibility, like just energy that's ready to pop. And then you just pop it, and that energy just spills forth. But after the energy spills forth, then you're left with the energy about a day after the full moon to the new moon of tying up loose ends, releasing things that don't really need to be there anymore. So it's just like, it's a different kind of energy. And I feel like the energy of these cards are really speaking to that. The Three of Swords is, you know, basically just mentioning like, hey, look, you're going to experience disappointment in this world. You're going to experience periods of disappointment or pain or discomfort, and it's not necessarily going to feel the best, right? It definitely feels like it's you know, connected to this opposition type of feeling. And obviously we're not hitting this for every single sun rising Scorpio because we couldn't possibly do that. It's a collective reading. So if this resonates, great. If it doesn't, everything I said before. So, but the Three of Swords is definitely like this point of, just feeling disappointed with like things not really turning out the way that you would like them to turn out. You want things to be related. You want things to be balanced. You want things to maybe have a structure or a sense of stability and safety, and like that has just been broken through and it doesn't feel that way. But there's a beauty in the Three of Swords. Now it's easy for me to say because I'm not the one experiencing the Three of Swords, right? Like, so I don't have the direct feeling that's connected to that, but I do know that going through intensely painful or disappointing experiences, it clears the decks, much like the Tower card, for what's to come next. In this position where you're experiencing this opposition, we have the Five of Swords, and this is definitely speaking to needing to just like create situations and conversations that are geared towards a win-win for everyone, right? Like when you walk away winning at any cost for what you feel is true for you, there are consequences to that. Or also, on the other side of that, you could walk away being the loser because you weren't willing to concede some of your points and find a compromise. You may be really disappointed with things, but I think that there is more to this story than you think that there is, mainly because I think you're stuck in some stories and your spiritual advice is talking about how the Eight of Swords is like that you're in a trapping of your own mind, a prison of your own creation. You've backed yourself into a corner with minimizing your options and opportunities and choices and perspective, thinking that you don't really have any other choices than maybe one or two choices in front of you, but that's actually not true. So this is a time to question what you believe, question your thoughts, right? Like this is probably a point where your limiting beliefs are affecting your ability to make clear decisions or to have like a wide enough perspective to really see the whole picture. So you need to be able to zoom out and also just question, like, is it true? Like, is what I'm thinking true? Is that fact or fiction? Is this like I'm taking certain facts and then creating my story on top of that and making that the fact, making assumptions, like, presupposing things and making that true as opposed to having curiosity. So I feel like the advice that's really coming through here is like, look, you might be disappointed and there's a purpose for it, right? And you need to look for like, what's the win-win? Definitely stick to what's true for you, but not at the cost of like winning at any cost. And make sure that you are questioning yourself about like your stories and your beliefs and whether or not that is actually true. And so I think that there is this place that is too easily where you can go to like justify or be righteous about your position, and you need to really remain open. So if you want a greater picture of what this looks like, I would say, check out your March reading for Scorpio, Sun or Rising. I'll have that up on the screen here. Or like I said before, get a personal reading if you really want to know specifically what it is for you. I have 30, 60, and 90-minute readings. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.